Welcome to Flyer Nation. I'm your host this week, Lauren Brennan. Today on Flyer Nation, we will be sitting down with Coach Scott Trost of the Lewis University Men's Flyers basketball team to discuss the outlook on the upcoming season. We will be back after a short break with Scott Trost.
Do you like having to force someone to respect you?
Does it make you feel good to hit someone that says they love you?
You think you're tough for beating someone to show who's in charge?
Do you like taking advantage of the fact he won't hit back?
Every 9 seconds, a woman is beaten or assaulted in the United States. If you are a victim of domestic violence, do not hesitate. Call 1-800-799-SAFE. No names, no judgment, just help.
Welcome back to Flyer Nation. I'm Lauren Brennan, and here with me today is Scott Trost, head men's basketball coach here at Lewis. Thanks for joining me today, Coach Trost.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
So this is your 10th year coaching at Lewis and 4th year involved with the Flyer Fan Fest. How did the Flyer Fan Fest come about, and how has it evolved over the years?
About 4 or 5 years ago, Brian Summers, the associate AD, and I sat down along with Lisa Carlson, the former women's coach, and came up with an idea to try and get the student body, fans involved. I think it kind of a spin-off of Midnight Madness, which a lot of programs have, but we thought it'd be better off to have it at a more convenient time, 9 o'clock, and I think it's been a great success. It's gets students participating, shows off our teams, kind of a kickoff to the start of the season. So it's been really a positive thing for us so far.
I agree. It's been a huge success. What is your favorite part about the Flyer Fan Fest?
Well, I don't know. Our kids really look forward to it, and I think it's something that, like I said, kicks off the season. Our guys, the dunk contest, obviously, I think they look forward to, but just interacting with the fans, the students, I think is a positive thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Last year's Flyer Fan Fest Slam Dunk champion was Great Lakes Valley Conference Player of the Year, Max Strus. Talk about Max's progression from being a relative newcomer into one of the featured players on your squad.
Well, I think Max has a chance to be one of the best players, in our league. And if you're one of the best players in our league, then I think obviously you're one of the best players in the country. Our league is as good as any conference in the country, and now it's going to be a little bit different for Max. He's going to go from an unknown a little bit as a freshman to being a marked person on our team. So, and he's going to have to shoulder a lot more of the burden, the load with this team, just because we don't have, seniors. We've lost a great deal of scoring with Jackson, Jaros, Julian Lewis, Niggins. Those guys are all gone. So he's going to have to shoulder a lot of that responsibility. I think he's up for it. He's worked awful hard to get where he's at, and we're looking for a big year from Max.
Awesome. Are there any newcomers like Max was last year that we can look forward to at the Fan Fest this year?
Well, I think we got a Division I transfer in Miles Simelton from Lehigh. He's from Oswego. Really talented, athletic, was highly recruited out of high school. He's coming in as a junior. And then we signed 3, I think, really talented freshmen. But as always, it's hard for a freshman to step in unless you're a Max. But I do think we have 3 guys like Frank Vukac, Delaney Blaylock, and Jake Reinhardt, I think, are all talented enough to be really good players, but we got to speed up their learning curve, and we're going to need them to contribute and play impactful minutes for us this season.
Right. Well, on the same note, let's talk more about this year's team. You returned to the NCAA tournament last year and won a game, but the Flyers lost 3 key players that you mentioned that started all 31 games last year. Who do you expect to fill these roles, and how do you approach the season with the same goal of reaching the NCAA tournament?
Well, I think it's, like I said, we lost all conference players in Ryan Jackson, Jeff Jaros, Julian Lewis was a 4-year starter, David Niggins, Mantis, Gabe Williams, Ryan Heron. So we lost 7 seniors, and it's awful hard. I think we lost 76% of our scoring. So, and it's hard to replace those guys. So, but I do think we're going to be talented. We're going to be a little bit inexperienced, but Max, you have, like I said earlier, you have one of the, I think, premier players in our league. Miles Simelton, I think, is a really talented player. I think Kyle Nelson, who's been a 4-year starter for us, has got to emerge and be more productive, and he's playing with great confidence. Capel Henshaw played a lot of good minutes for us last year. So I think, those 4 guys along with Brad Foster. So those 5 guys are going to be kind of the core, and then Paul Baumgart and David Heckman and guys like that haven't had a great opportunity to play here for the last 3 or 4 years, are going to have to step up. And then, obviously, like I talked about, our freshmen are going to have to contribute some. But I like our group. I think we're going to be a close-knit team, maybe closer than what we have been. And hopefully that will translate into wins. But as always, our goal is to to compete for championships and try and make the national tournament. And then prior to that is, hey, let's just get better every day with a young, inexperienced team.
Right,
And that's
right.
kind of where we're at right now.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, and I know we're all looking forward to the upcoming season and seeing all the success.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Thank you.